The Mute House is an upcoming survival horror game developed by December Blues Games. The game draws inspiration from classic horror titles, featuring a blend of exploration, puzzle solving, and resource management. In The Mute House, players will step into the shoes of Emily, who is investigating the mysterious disappearance of her sister, leading her to a haunting mansion filled with dark secrets. Paranormal Tales is an upcoming horror game developed by Digital Cybercherries. It utilizes a found footage style, inspired by the likes of the Blair Witch Project and Hideo Kojima's PT, offering a hyper-realistic, immersive experience powered by Unreal Engine 5. The game presents its horror through the perspectives of body cams, phones, and VHS cameras, where players navigate harrowing stories of individuals who have mysteriously disappeared.
Please, God, no.
Tormented Souls 2 is an upcoming survival horror game, and the direct sequel to the well-received Tormented Souls. Developed by Dual Effect and published by PQB, the game continues the story of Caroline Walker, who now faces new horrors as she tries to rescue her cursed sister, Anna. This time, the setting shifts from the creepy halls of Wildberger Hospital to chilling monasteries and other nightmarish locations. Luto is an upcoming psychological horror game developed by Broken Bird Games. The game delves into themes of grief, loss, and mental anguish as players navigate through a house that embodies the protagonist's emotional turmoil. The game is designed to evoke a deep sense of dread, using various phobias such as claustrophobia and nyctophobia to create a chilling atmosphere. Sirens is an upcoming underwater action-adventure game being developed by Silent Lamb Studio and published by Madmind Studio. The game immerses players in a world where they take on the role of a siren, navigating the depths of the ocean and facing off against some of the most dangerous sea creatures. Players will explore various underwater environments, battling mythical creatures like the Kraken and even dinosaurs, such as the Spinosaurus, while uncovering secrets hidden in the ocean's depths. Echoes of the Living is an upcoming survival horror game heavily inspired by classic titles like Resident Evil. Developed by the indie studio Moonglint, the game features a fixed camera perspective, item management, and atmospheric horror elements that pay homage to the survival horror games of the 90s. Set in 1996, the game takes place in a small European town suddenly engulfed in a mysterious fog, leading to a zombie outbreak and other horrific events. Players can choose between two protagonists, each with their own storyline. Dante's Hotel is an upcoming first-person psychological horror game developed and published by Infinity Green Game Studio. The game is inspired by Dante Alighieri's epic poem, The Divine Comedy, and it reinterprets this classic tale by placing players in the role of Dante, a soul searching for redemption. The game is set within a mysterious, ever-changing hotel where players will encounter various demonic souls and terrifying entities, all while navigating through dark corridors, solving puzzles, and engaging in survival horror combat. Silent Hill F is an upcoming survival horror game and the 9th mainline entry in the Silent Hill series. Developed by Neobards Entertainment, this game takes a unique turn for the franchise by setting its story in 1960s rural Japan, diverging from the typical setting of the titular Silent Hill town. The game is written by Ryukishi07, a renowned Japanese writer known for his work on horror visual novels. Ill is an upcoming first-person survival horror game developed by Team Clout. The game is known for its intense body horror elements, featuring advanced dismemberment mechanics, dynamic enemy behavior, and a deeply unsettling atmosphere. Players will explore a sinister settlement, unraveling the dark mystery behind its descent into madness while battling grotesque and horrifying enemies.
Oh, shit. Wait, how? No, please no. I'm so sorry. No, I didn't.
State of Decay 3 is an upcoming open-world zombie survival game from Undead Labs, and it's set to be the most ambitious entry in the series yet. The game was first announced in 2020, but details have been sparse until recently. It's being developed using Unreal Engine 5, which promises significant graphical improvements and more complex world building than previous games.
We all knew the risks when we ventured out beyond the gates. But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us. We found hope in each other.
Need help. I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it. It would always be worth it.
Killing Floor 3 is the next installment in the popular action-horror FPS series, developed by Tripwire Interactive. Set in the year 2091, the game continues the series' tradition of cooperative gameplay, where players team up as part of the Nightfall rebel group to fight against hordes of bioengineered monstrosities known as Zeds, created by the nefarious megacorporation Horzine. The Silent Hill 2 remake is set to release on October 8, 2024, exclusively for PlayStation 5 and PC, with a timed exclusivity period for the PS5 that will last 12 months before it potentially becomes available on other platforms. Developed by Bloober Team, the remake aims to faithfully recreate the psychological horror experience of the original 2001 game, while modernizing the gameplay and visuals.
I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please.
OD, also referred to as Overdose, is an upcoming horror game developed by Hideo Kojima in collaboration with Xbox Game Studios. The game is highly anticipated, especially given Kojima's track record with innovative and genre-defining titles like Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding. OD is described as a project that will blur the lines between gaming and film, aiming to deliver a completely new form of media.
Purple dinosaurs ate a kind singing fox, the jabbering crab, and the mad whale, and started wending and quacking.
The casting of Frank Stone is an upcoming horror game developed by Supermassive Games, known for titles like Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures anthology. The game is set in the 1980s and follows a group of teenagers attempting to make a horror movie about a notorious serial killer named Frank Stone in the small town of Cedar Hills. As they delve deeper into Stone's past, they unwittingly bring his dark legacy to life, facing terrifying consequences.
Steel mill, Mr. Rivera. I suggest you immediately vacate the premises. And you do not, under any circumstances, set 1 foot back here in the Cedar Steel Mill. Ever.
Such a joy to see young people so passionate about the arts.
Everything's all right. Either of you heard of Murder Mill?
No!
Silent Hill Townfall is an upcoming horror game developed by No Code, the studio behind Stories Untold and Observation, and published by Annapurna Interactive in collaboration with Konami. The game is a spin-off within the Silent Hill universe and is designed to be the first part of a planned anthology series. The game was first announced during the Silent Hill Transmission event in October 2022, and since then, details have been sparse.
But for you, I think it's more than that. I think you're here for some other reason. And I don't want to be anywhere near you when you figure that out.
Routine is an upcoming first-person sci-fi horror game set on an abandoned lunar base. Developed by Lunar Software and published by Raw Fury, the game has been in development for over a decade, originally announced in 2012. The game's eerie atmosphere is inspired by 1980s visions of the future, and players will explore the desolate lunar base while avoiding hostile robotic enemies. Vorax is a first-person open-world survival horror game developed by India Gala. The game is set on a Mediterranean island that has been ravaged by a deadly pathogen, turning the local population into horrifying creatures. Players assume the role of a mercenary sent to investigate the situation, only to become stranded on the island after a helicopter crash. The Until Dawn remake is a full-scale remake of the 2015 horror classic, being developed for PlayStation 5 and PC. The game is scheduled for release in fall 2024. This remake is being built from the ground up using Unreal Engine 5, offering significantly enhanced graphics, updated gameplay mechanics, and improved cinematography, aiming to deliver a more immersive horror experience.
Let's make this one trip we will never forget.